slavery in America, son? This is how we became Americans. We didn't choose to be Americans. The Americans forced us to be Americans.
How did they get to that point?
The Americans murdered us.
Okay, yeah,
they murdered us. Don't skip over the murder. Don't skip over the murder.
So I'm saying we got to get. So you guys are
step this way.
You want me to step this way?
Yeah. All right. You got a question about the Bible? What question you got?
I was just wondering, what tribe do I belong to?
Well, what is your father?
What is my father?
Yeah. What is your father? That determines your father determines
what
your
is my father?
Yes. What is your father's nationality?
As in nationality, he's American.
America's not a nationality. People come from China.
We are a nation.
No, America's a king.
He was born here.
Where you're born doesn't make your nationality. If you take an American and is born on a Chinese military base, they're not Chinese.
Say that again?
If you take someone from America, like if you go to the military and you have children, and you are stationed in Okinawa, or if you're stationed in the Philippines, that does not make your baby Filipino or Japanese. Your baby is whatever you are, no matter where you come.
That's correct, because they'd be born to American citizens.
Your citizenship, but before America, whose land was it?
Before America, whose land was it?
Yeah.
Did anyone claim the land?
Yeah, the Native Americans did.
That's
right. With it. Mexicans did too.
That's right. And until the manifest destiny.
You murdered them.
That's right. I murdered them?
Well, you said you was American.
I did say I'm American.
Right.
So I murdered them?
Well, how did you get to be an American in the land of the Native Americans?
So, let me explain. So, I have, on my mother's side, I can talk about the French settlers that came to America, and they settled up in Canada. French Canada, Quebec. You've heard of Quebec?
You're the seed of your father.
Okay.
Your father.
And my father's father, and his father, all of them born in America.
That's fine.
Since the 1900s.
Are they Seminoles?
My
Cherokee, Choctaw?
I could go to my mother's side.
No,
but
mother.
You're talking the seed of my father. So
exactly, just like the Bible.
So my genealogy traces back to my father's father's father. My great great grandfather is from the Netherlands. It's Dutch.
It's good. Okay. That doesn't make you one of these people here.
It does.
These are the people that's in the Bible.
According to you.
No, according to the Bible, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are God's chosen people. They're prophecies that he was just reading that identify who the people are. Genesis, the 49th chapter, Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, Lamentations, the 4th chapter. Those are curses from the Most High that identify who these people are. Just like you said, my fathers came from France, right? You said you got your mother's lineage from France, right? And then you got your father's lineage.
So you were French as well?
No, hold on. Because you brought out a good point. But let me ask you this. What is the lineage of the people that the Americans sold into slavery? Where did they come from?
The lineage of the people that the Americans sold into slavery.
Because you said you were an American.
Are you talking black slaves?
I'm talking about that blacks weren't the only people they sold into slavery.
I'd have to look that up.
Well, here's the thing. Because the Bible said that we would discontinue from our heritage. Give me discontinue from our heritage. Give me Jeremiah 17 and 4. This is how you identify who the people of the Bible is. Because you have your family line, your family lineage. Our people had our family line and lineage wiped out by the Americans. They put us in slavery. They changed our names. They beat and tortured our heritage and culture out of it. When they left Europe, they did it to the Aztecs, the Mayan, the Taino, the Inca, the Arawaks. They did that. They murdered them.
How did they
with
get
a saber and a musket and a rifle, and the Africans helped them, and the Arabs helped them. The Arabs built the ship, and the Africans rounded us up. We were fighting the Africans for hundreds of years since we left our homeland in the Middle East. We know what's in the Bible. I can show you in from Babylon to Timbuktu how we fled from our homeland in the Middle East because the Romans later changed their name to Greeks, later changed their name to Dutch and French and Italian and all of those other names after the Roman Empire broke up. Then they came to chase us. We ran into Africa. And then they got access to Africa after defeating an African general named Hannibal during the Second Punic Wars. They came to get us. That's who built all of your inventions. The catalytic converter, the stopwatch, all of these things, refrigerator, freezer, all of the inventions that made this modern society that Americans love and enjoy came from my people, the people that were sold into slavery by the Americans.
Right.
That's not us.
I wouldn't say that we can go off the inventions part there. That'd be a whole fun topic too. I would say that it's not necessarily like an invention, but more of improving previous things and kind of taking.
Previously, we made it.
Well, not inventions, but what is it when you improve upon something that's already been before?
Well, the Bible says that Jacob is the former of all things. You know Jacob?
Yeah, Jacob.
Jacob is the father of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel.
The son of Abraham.
Yes, the father of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. These are the sons that come from his lineage that are today so-called Negroes, West Indians, Haitians, Hispanics.
Those are the sons of Jacob?
North, South, and Central America.
Those are the sons of Jacob?
Those are the sons from his lineage, from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That's correct, right in the
From
Bible.
your mouth. Give
me this, Jeremiah 14. Give me this. We're going to read what the Bible says.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, verse 4. And though even thyself shall discontinue from thine heritage.
Our people discontinued from our heritage because we disobeyed our God. Right. That's why we're here speaking in English. You understand? We're not speaking our native language because when your fathers came,
which would be Hebrew,
wiped out our native language. Now we in our school read, write, and speak Hebrew. That's correct. Ha'ibariyav. That's correct. The Bar Lashawan Kodash. We read, write, speak, and teach our native language, the language that the Americans, probably not you, you seem like a good white man, but the rest of the Americans and the Europeans, before they named themselves American, they murdered and slaughtered our people. They hung us from trees. Where's that lynching sign? You see this slavery in America sign? This is how we became Americans. We didn't choose to be Americans. The Americans forced us to be Americans.
How did they get to that point?
The Americans murdered us.
Yeah,
they murdered us. Don't skip over the murder. Don't skip over the murder.
I'm saying we got to.
And before that, you want to know? Get from Babylon to Timbuktu.
You just talked about how your people sold you in. Right?
No, not our people. We were never Africans. Africans sold us. The entire Bible, we were fighting Africans.
Okay.
We're not Africans.
That brings it.
In 1844. Your people said that we were Africans because you needed to find an identity for us, because later on you were going to make a fake Jew and give them a tiny piece of our land.
I don't know about that. I just know
1940.
The continent is called Africa.
The continent was not called Africa. You know why? Because Africa is the name of a Roman general.
Right.
Leo Scipius Africanus. Africans didn't name themselves after a white man.
Right.
The Ethiopians don't have anything to do with the Nigerians. They speak completely different languages. They're not related at all. An Ethiopian is not going to say, I'm African. He's going to tell you he's Ethiopian.
Something. I wouldn't say you're African.
I'm not an African at all.
I'd say you're an American.
I wouldn't say that either.
You wouldn't say you're an American?
No.
I am an American.
Well, that's wonderful.
You guys have a great
Our
day.
people were enslaved by the Americans. You understand? And that's what our people need to realize. Like, our people do not have our heritage because our oppressors wiped our heritage out.
Right.
That's why we speak English. That's why we speak Spanish. That's why we speak Dutch. That's why we speak French. You understand? Like, we have the language of the people that murdered us.
That's right.
They had to murder hundreds of millions. You think that Buffalo mass shooting was a rare thing? They did this to us for hundreds of years. Mexicans, Hispanics, Central South Americans, the Mayans didn't choose to be Catholic. The Aztecs didn't choose to be Catholic. How did they become Catholic? With a sword, with a musket, with a saber, with dogs sicked on them, being tortured, having their families murdered, just like in Buffalo, just like in the grocery store, just like Dylan Roof shot up the church. You understand? Just like James E. Holmes shot up the movie theater, just like Columbine, just like Sandy Hook. That's how we become Ramirez and Sanchez and Jones and Diaz and Jenkins and Robinson. Those are the names of the people that murdered us. You understand?
Let nobody tell you crack. You know why? Because I never saw you before. But you a black man like me. And it works out.
My whole life was trying to find something to follow. Had loyalty, every man tried to borrow. Felt pain and a lot of sorrow. Got betrayed, sold packs, I didn't even have my heart broke. Living confused, about to lose hope. Cops got me on the side of the road like a sideshow. Need an antidote before I croak. Now I'm setting fire to rhythm man blues for this guitar smoke. Rebel with no cause, trying to find direction. The world got me vexed. Picked up a bad liquor habit that's hereditary from oppression. Felt like my life was on fire, trying to find an exit. Now look, 10 G's plus a good wreck. Sometimes a follower is a soldier, trying to find a good ship. Plus when you in hell, how do you excel? With them the breath of life, I don't believe in fairy tale. Listen well to what I tell. No calling can cause pain, something that a rebel knows very well. Can't you tell?